Hello everyone, and welcome to Quantum Universum. I apologize for the long absence, I missed you all, but it's been a very busy period. Nevertheless, I wanted to make a video about the United States since we're right in the midst of election season. Just a reminder that this analysis is based on Vedic astrology, so I'll be using the sidereal system rather than the tropical one. With that said, in this video, we'll look at the natal charts of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, along with the transits of November 5th. To make the charts easier to follow for those unfamiliar with the classic Vedic chart graphics, I've included the round chart style, which many in the West find more familiar. However, the essence remains the same. But before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos on personal growth and spiritual well-being. Let's begin with Kamala Harris. One of the first notable points is that her ascendant, the sign rising at the time of her birth, hosts Rahu. This is a rare and significant aspect, especially given her life path and the challenges she's faced. Rahu represents destiny and a path that appears predetermined, as if Kamala's life were fated, set on a mission that brought her to this moment in her candidacy for the U.S. presidency. People with Rahu on the ascendant often experience events that seem beyond their control, almost as if everything were already written. Another intriguing aspect of her chart is that she was born under a perfect full moon. The full moon symbolizes light and awareness, offering a broader vision that allows her to see and understand many things in life. As for Mars, we find it in her second house, which governs voice and resources. She has certainly achieved financial success, but Mars in Cancer is debilitated and thus weaker, as Cancer is a sensitive sign. However, since the moon is in Aries, there's a mutual exchange of signs that compensates for this weakness, helping her to overcome initial challenges, particularly in communication. Venus is in her third house of communication in Leo, while the Sun is in Libra. This exchange of signs strengthens a debilitated Sun, linked to insecurities that she may overcome over time. Now let's look at the upcoming elections through her Dasha and planetary transits. Transits show the current positions of the planets and their influence on a natal chart. For November 5th, Jupiter, the planet of opportunities, will be in Kamala Harris's 12th house, a house associated with endings and losses. Rahu, on the other hand, will be in her 10th house, bringing her to prominence. However, Rahu often grants success with a certain cost. Another major influence comes from Saturn, which represents limitations and will be in opposition to Venus and Pluto in Kamala's chart. People with Venus-Pluto conjunctions often face betrayals, especially in relationships. Saturn's opposition thus doesn't seem favorable for her. Now let's turn to Donald Trump. Trump was born under a lunar eclipse with the Sun, Rahu, and Uranus in his 10th house, governing career and reputation. With a Leo ascendant, Trump's chart shows extremes and power. It also presents the Kala Sarpa Yoga, an additional configuration that brings intense fates with oscillations between highs and lows. Jupiter, stationary in his second house, represents his accumulated wealth. On election day, Jupiter will form a trine with Trump's natal Jupiter, positively influencing his second house of financial success. Uranus will also be favorable, suggesting sudden positive changes. Benefic Venus will oppose his natal Sun, strengthening his career. Returning to Kamala Harris, she is in her Rahu-Venus Dasha, with Rahu in the 10th house. Venus, at the time of the election, will be in the 6th house, indicative of challenges and conflicts. Additionally, Saturn's transit opposing Venus. Pluto doesn't seem as favorable compared to Trump's setup. Looking to the 2025 inauguration, we see Pluto conjunct the Sun, signaling major changes. Mars, opposite Pluto and the Sun, might indicate conflicts. The Moon, positioned at 24 degrees Virgo, reflects significant government changes for the United States. Finally, Looking at Trump's future, Jupiter will enter Cancer and station on his natal Saturn and Venus in 2025. This period might offer him a chance to reveal truths and aspects of the past, perhaps marking a time of healing for the country and the world. Regardless of political preferences, I see Trump as a catalyst for change, bringing truth and transparency not only to the United States, but also globally. This period, although turbulent, seems destined to usher in a more prosperous and peaceful society. And that's all for today. Soon, I'll make a video about Mars's transit, as it's a crucial planet for the major changes ahead. And as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like this, don't forget to let me know by liking and commenting below. See you soon in the next video.